Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Andover, Minnesota in the US. And I'm here to bring you a live paper crafting class. It's been a while, it's been like 2 weeks, right? Over 2 weeks. But you've seen me, if you've paid attention to my YouTube channel, I've been live a couple other times earlier. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on doing lives. I did one on Tuesday, I did one on Wednesday, and I'm doing 2 today. You're gonna get sick of me, you guys. Anyways, today we're going to feature the lovely garden suite of products. I'm going to introduce to you a Faker Shaker card. This is a card that we did at our team event out at the OnStage convention that we just had in Raleigh, North Carolina. And so I'm going to walk you through that card. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to show you the other 2 make and takes that we did for that team event. Give you some tips and ideas for that. Then I will introduce you to my swap card, it has some similar traits to it. And then I'm going to show you the gifts that I gave my team. So we're going to try to pack that all into 1 hour, and then actually less than an hour if I can, because I'm going to probably need time to shift gears, because then at 11 o'clock, which is in an hour from now, I'm going to start a new live. There are 2 links. So if you are here, you found the correct link, which is live now. If you're watching the after live, I invite you to comment anyways. We do prize drawings when we do the lives and when we look at the after live comments. In fact, I have a winner from the after live comment from 2 weeks ago because I wasn't live last week. So we're going to announce that later on today, and Trisha will call out a couple winners from today. It's going to be a fun time. So I'm going to show you how to make a Faker Shaker with the products from the Lovely Garden Suite. By the way, if you are interested in any of these products, the products that I'm currently sharing with you are current. And you can go to my website at stampyourartout.com, click on any shop button, and you can purchase. I did manage to get the supplies listed before the start of the video. Hopefully they're in there. It's been a whirlwind week. The blog post, however, is not going to go live until Monday. I am going to go visit my parents right after these videos are done. I have like a few minutes to pack up, and then I'm heading out. And so because it was such a crazy week, I decided I'm just going to take my time in getting the blog post that's connected to the videos up. So you will see the blog post for this video on Monday and the blog post for the next video tomorrow. I hope that's okay with you. But you do have some information that you'll need in the description of the video. The supplies are listed there, hopefully. The link for the blog post should be in there. Maybe it's not in there yet. It will get in there. Anyways, hopefully you have what you need. Let's see here. I think I've done everything except introduce you to Trisha Josephs. Trisha Josephs is our moderator. I see a lot of you are saying hello to her already, and she's chiming in with information. If you are having any kinds of questions while the live is going on, please reach out to her. When I get in my teaching mode during the paper crafting class lives, I don't look up at the comments as much as I do when I'm doing my show and shares or mystery stamping, that kind of thing. So we're so glad that she's here. The measurements and supplies are also not ready for you yet. That PDF will be ready on Monday, but I will tell them as I go, and hopefully you can just take some notes as it's good. It's a more casual live. I hope that's okay with you guys. I needed to just go live and get these videos in so that I was relaxed over the weekend with my parents and visiting with them. So thanks for the thumbs up, Maria. I appreciate that. And yes, thank you all for saying hello to Trisha. A big hello to all of you. A big welcome back to those of you that are subscribed to my channel. Please subscribe, like, all that kind of stuff. And if you're new, I'm going to be quiet now and I'm going to start teaching. But I hope that you stick around and enjoy and possibly subscribe. Okay, here we go. We're down at the desktop. I am going to bring in the actual finished card, because normally I share the PDF and you get to see pictures. So because I'm not sharing the PDF beforehand, I will show you the finished card This is one of them. Let me zoom in a bit here. This is one. I actually have 3 versions. I'm going to make a different version, actually 2 other versions as we are doing this video. So it opens like this. It's a Z-fold. So it's not only a faker shaker, but it's got a fun fold to it. And when we call it a Z fold, it's because the base of the card looks like a Z when you tip it up. And as you can see, the 2 panels are like in the middle of the card this way, right? It's not like we see 2 separate sides. It's like all of a sudden we have this framed full image in the middle with a very tiny line through there, but it makes it look like one full image. We've also got the ability to shake. So can you see all those little sequins within? Those are shaking. They don't shake as loosely as a real shaker, like a regular kind of shaker card. That's why it's called a faker shaker, because it's a little bit tighter down the way that we're going to create it. If you've made faker shakers before, I hope that you sit back and enjoy anyways. I'll just give you the ideas of how I did this one. So let's go ahead and pull in those supplies. We're going to grab them. Oh, here they are. There's too much on my desk already, you guys. OMG. Okay, actually, I'm going to show you the stamp set and the die bundle. It's a die bundle because we have masks that come with these dies. So I really want to play with them soon. But let's just focus on the dies and the stamps right now. You can see that we have images that you can die cut that are frame type dies, right? So they would circle all of these little images here. You have some that actually cut out portions of the main images too. And then we have some single standalone images. I'm not going to be die cutting for you today because I've already got the pieces prepared. If you are not familiar with die cutting, you're a beginning crafter, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Most of my videos, I actually do all the steps. We would be using this die, and they're just stuck onto your sheets with a really, really strong double-sided tape. I'll eventually move them over to my magnetic sheets, but I need to purchase more from Stampin' Storage. Thank goodness they're having a sale right now. All right, so these are the stamps. You can see lots of great sentiments in there. We're going to be using the You Make a Difference stamp, and we're going to set that aside. Let's bring in the designer paper now. Let me introduce you to the designer paper. So the designer paper is well loved in my stack because I have been using a lot of it. Ooh, we have to zoom out. I've been using a lot of it so that I could, cut supplies for our team to go ahead and do these make and takes at our event. So I love the idea of flip flaps with faker shakers. I saw someone's comment come through. That is a great idea. Because again, it's just like this plastic envelope or plastic sealed baggie, you know what I mean? That's what you need for the faker shaker. We have, let's see, oh, these are all the same sheet. So we have, let's try to find the big sheets. I don't think I have too many of them left. We have this one left. So this is the one that I just showed you on the card. And you can see that there's fresh freesia and like a very light blueberry bushel color, which I think relates to boho blue really well. And then we have this sheet. This is another pretty floral with some crushed curry in there. Basic black is in there, white. The greens are garden green. And then you can see we have this one. Ooh, look at that pretty fresh freesia on the back side of that. That's 3 sheets so far, right? We have this one, tiny little yellow flowers, and on the other side we have the black and white with just leaves. I already shared those, so I think I have 2 left. I have this one here, which we don't have a full sheet of. On the back side are like a green grid. And then the last one is this one. So there's like a very dark or grayish, almost black background to the flowers, and on the back side is that. Okay, let's move to putting some cards together. All right, the first thing that we're going to need are our card base piece, our baggie, which is cut from a cellophane bag. I've got some green cardstock. I've got some white cardstock. And then I've got strips of colors. And it depends on the flower sheet that I was giving to each person in our team, but we had, I'm sorry, I put crushed curry, but I pulled out Daffodil Delight. Crushed curry is actually the color that they name that is coordinating with the designer paper, but I believe I used Daffodil Delight. This is Boho Blue, and then we have the Fresh Freesia. So those little accent pieces is what we're going to pull from to emphasize our sentiment strip. Okay, so, oh, and I also have a white envelope because we can't forget the envelopes. This is our white medium envelope. We have a black card base, so this is basic black, and I've already cut it to 5.5 by 8.5. That's a half a sheet of 8.5 by 11. Then I've scored it down the middle at 4.25 inches. I've also scored one side at 2 1/8 inch. I'm going to fold this one side back, and now we have that Z-fold base that we were showing earlier. You can see the Z in there. We're going to use a bone folder or the back of a butter knife. I used to use that when I didn't have a bone folder, but we're going to crease it really crisp. So now it will lay pretty darn flat. The next step is to take your cellophane envelope, so your clear envelope, and this is, the clear envelopes are an item that you can purchase. You can mail your cards in them as long as you're following the guidelines of the post office. But this envelope is not just 4.25 inches, but it's 4 3/8. It's an extra little eighth in there. So when you're cutting your paper to fit in there, it's nice if you can fit it full, like that high, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna have to fold back edges and that sort of thing. So we're gonna go ahead and stick our pretty paper that we've already cut, and I've cut it to, let me just grab my ruler. I have a new Victor ruler, you guys. It is 3 inches by, again, 4 3/8. This is the Victor ruler that you can buy singly, and I love it because it has the measurements written on there. It's great for someone who struggles with fractions, and their clear one, which you have to buy in a set of like 12, I think, but it's flexible, it's see-through, and it also has the same measurements. It's pretty awesome. We're going to stick this inside, and I've trimmed the envelope down. As you can see, I've trimmed it to, I believe, 4.5. I will tell you, but as long as it's extending beyond here, but I've trimmed that to, yep, 4.5. So just picked an easy measurement on my trimmer. Okay, now that we have that in there and it's the side that we want going upwards, we're going to be folding this back and taping it. Before we do that, we have to insert the little sequins. So we're going to take our sequins, and for this, I chose the Itty Bitty Bokeh Mix, which goes with a different suite in the catalog, the Spring Mini Catalog. This is online products, by the way. This is mini catalog products. We have products everywhere, just like the sequins. But this is what you get in there. You get all these fun little sequins, and they're mine, so I can lick them and put them back in my jar. But look at how pretty that is, you guys. So there are some sequins, and I've pulled a few out into another jar that aren't really like sequins. They're more like little half pearls, okay? But these are in there too, and they're gonna create a little bit of bulk to your card. If you don't like those, you can pick them out and make sure that you just have the flat sequins. Those are the only ones in there that have some height to them. Otherwise, the rest of the sequins are pretty flat. I'm just gonna grab a spoon. I have my little tiny mini spoon that I got somewhere. I think I actually have this in my favorite extras. So if you go to my website at stampyourartout.com, click on shop and go to favorite extras, you should be able to find, I think I have the spoons still in there. A link to them, I should say. Let's just do another little scoop in here. And I'm scooping them on top of the paper, making sure that there's nothing that's going to go behind. That's why you want to put your paper in first. And now I'll use my tongue again to grab those off my table. We'll close those up. And, oh, that one doesn't want to close. We got to keep things clean because we're going to do 2 videos in a row, you guys. Okay, It's not closing. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to, let's see if we can get that one in there. Now I'm going to take and fold this back. Don't worry about where your sequins are sitting right now. That doesn't matter. You just want to turn it over, fold this back, and make sure that this is nice and tight. So again, we're going to use our bone folder. And your bone folder is going to help that bag to get a fold into it. Okay, it's not going to fold it over completely like it would with cardstock, but it gives it a good crisp crease. And then I'm just going to take some like tear and tape adhesive. You could use Scotch tape. You could use really anything that helps to hold this down as long as it's flat. You could even use your seal, like if you put your seal adhesive down and then put the flap down and then put some more seal in between, just as long as it's holding it back, okay? It doesn't have to be a tight, you know, type of seal. The fold will keep those sequins within. And look at that, how festive and fun is that? They shake around. And you can see there's some bulk in there because I have some sequins that are the half pearl type. But again, who cares? It's fun. I'm not seeing any comments going through, so I hope that we're still live. Oh gosh. Oh, that would be really a pain in the neck if we were not live. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to bring in the green panels. The green panels are next, okay? Please comment if I'm still live, you guys, because I'm a little worried. We're going to go with the green panels next, and I'm going to pull in 3 die cut leaves. I'm going to grab these right here. So 2 of these and 1 of these. And we're going to do some tricks and tips, okay? We're going to set the white and the shaker aside. So for this one, we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it, and I want to make sure I'm cutting it correctly, so I'm looking over here. We're going to cut it into 2 pieces. So I'm just going to cut right here so we have, oh good, we have 2 leaves and then we have 1 leaf. This one is going to get added to the inside of our card. And we're going to do the inside first. When you do a Z-fold card, it's best to do the inner layer because the other one goes on top, and it's much easier to line up your top layer after your inner one is on there rather than doing the opposite. You know, because then you have to like fumble and you have to try to get it to line up. It's really hard. So we're going to do the inside one first. And if you remember, I'm so glad that you guys are still there. You were just listening. Yes, listening intently. I love it. So we're going to take this one, and this is going to go here. So when we lay it to the inside, remember how this, where did my finished one go? Remember how this one opens like that, right? So this is really left justified pretty well to that inner fold. So we're going to lay that here where it's going to go. Then we're going to put our leaves where they want to be. So we're going to stick one here. We're going to stick one here. And they can't go beyond the edge of the card, otherwise it won't fit into the envelope. But we want them to show. So you see how they're like going beyond the green. Get that piece of hair out of there. Okay, so now that we kind of have them where we want them to be, I'm just going to hold my cardstock down, and I'm going to put some adhesive behind this little corner here, okay, that corner up there. Where's my adhesive? Oh, okay, we're not going to hold it down with that. We're going to hold it down with this. Okay, so we're going to put some adhesive back there. This is my back side. Okay, so we'll do one here. Come on. There we go. So there's a little up there and a little there. And we're still going to peel this up again. So it's okay if we don't have adhesive all over the back side. Let's move that off to the side. Let's put this back in place. And we're going to pick up those leaves. All right, so now they're in the right spot. Now we can come back here and we can add more adhesive. We'll go all the way around on this. And then I think for the leaves, I'm going to actually, so that I don't tear them, because I don't want to wipe this along there, I'm actually going to use multi-purpose liquid glue and just come in and add a little bit of glue back here. And we can put that on the back side of the whole entire leaf area, actually, like that. Okay, those are ready. Do you love the holder? This is from The Country Hive, and it's a beautiful new Tombow glue holder from them. I love it. Do you recognize the butterfly? I'm so excited that they created their first creature in their creatures line to be after my little mascot on my blog. I love it. My little butterfly. There's some butterflies right there. Now, let's go ahead and put this one in place. And you can see it. You can see how I'm shifting it close to this line. And the reason I'm doing that is because when we open it, we want to see these two really close side by side. So this is where this is going to sit, which means when I put my leaves down here, they're going to get tucked, but seen a little bit more. Oops, can I grab it? There we go. So that one's going to go like right here, and this one's going to go right about here. And we'll do the same thing. This time, we're going to lift up, and we'll put something heavy on there, like a clear block. I'm going to put adhesive just along this left edge. Let's scoot this just along the left edge. I'm not coming into any of the corners, and there's a reason for that. Let's bring this back in. Let's lay this back in place so that it's lining up with the top and bottom edges of that paper that's underneath, right? That layer that's underneath. Okay, and I'm ready to stick it down in place and grab those leaves. Ta-da! Yay, that worked. All right, thank you for putting those links in there, Tricia. thecountryhive.com. Don't forget the THE at the beginning. Okay, next, let's put some glue there. And just put a little bit behind the leaf. Ooh, that was a lot of glue. And that's why Rachel has the precision tip bottle, because sometimes we have glue spillage. So you can get your glue put into this. If you do decide to get the precision tip glue bottle, oh, Rachel boo-booed. Did you see? And I told you, I told you guys, don't, yeah. All right, hang on. We have to cut some more green. I told you don't put adhesive across the whole thing, and then Rachel did. Silly, silly girl. All right, we need some green. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think I have extra leaves though, so we'll just set that aside. Maybe I'll put that on some other card. Okay, we need to cut this to 3 1/8. I didn't even tell you the measurements of it anyway, so this is good. 3 1/8 by 4 1/2. And make sure I'm right on that. Yes, 3 1/8 by 4 1/2. This is okay. It's always good to see things twice. Okay, we're gonna bring this back in. We've got our leaf. And we're gonna lay that down in place where we want it to go. Make sure that that looks right. That looks pretty good. So we'll just leave those. Putting adhesive just on the back side on one side. I could use a glue eraser, Maria, except you know what would happen is it would take a lot longer than just redoing this part. So this seal adhesive is pretty strong when it comes to your paper. You can do it, you can take it off, but it takes a little bit more time. Okay, so there's that. Lift that up, grab those leaves. Now, this is what I wanted you to do. So do you see how this here, this wouldn't work because the glue would come over onto and connect to the inside of our card. We don't want that to happen. So when this goes on here, this has to be glue-free. That's what I meant to say. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this as a guide, this paper back here, and we're going to connect some adhesive right next to the score line so that it doesn't go beyond the top and bottom of that green paper. Now we have our glue exactly where we need it. We do need a little bit more. behind these leaves just to make sure that they don't get loose. Right in through here. And now we will do it correctly. We're going to lay it into place. There we go. And all the leaves are within. That is probably the hardest part of this card, is getting the leaves in. It's not putting the shaker stuff inside. Now we can add the shaker, and we're just going to add seal adhesive. You can put seal adhesive on the back side of this. It will grab. It will not grab onto glue, however. What I want to do instead is put my adhesive here, because I think I'm going to get a better stream of glue or adhesive coming out if I put it on here, rather than having it break in a few places like you can see here. It kind of doesn't. Oops. Please tell me I'm still live. Are we still live? Oh my gosh, it froze. I hope we're still live. Chime in, tell me if we're still live. I can't tell. Shoot. Okay, I'm back. Tangi's back. I don't know what that means. What I did is I was talking, I think I saw how it froze. It froze right at the part where we had the adhesive going on this, right? Please don't freeze on me today. So I started putting seal adhesive on the back of here, but you can see it tends to break. It doesn't give you like a smooth line of adhesive. So instead I put the adhesive here, and you don't want to use wet glue on the back of cello bags. It's back now. Okay, good. Then, oh, and I used the wrong one. Hang on. This is the one we're doing for this card, right? So I've already put the adhesive here, and we want to check our flower direction. I think we want to go this way. So when you put this on here, you're going to see that that cellophane bag goes beyond, above and below, just slightly. You can see there's like a little extension here and a little extension here. So you want to be using the designer paper layer as your guide, not, not the cello bag. Oh, good. I'm so glad, you guys. I was so worried about that. Okay. Now, if you're going to stamp on the inside of your card, you want to do that before adding this layer. This is also cut to the same size as your designer paper, so it's 3 inches by 4 3/8, and that one will sit here. And then our where are they? They are here. Okay, so we've got our sentiment piece, and we have those 3 colored papers. I think I'm going to choose the blue one for this, because I think that there's a lot of blue coming out in ads. They're squishier, so just be careful not to tap too hard. You want to ink lightly. Oh my goodness, I'm still having problems, you guys. Hang on a minute. Tim, I'm having broadcast issues twice now. All right, I told my husband, I'm not sure. Are we still here, you guys? It looks like it's still frozen. Shoot, this is not the day that we want to have frozen lives. So again, there's like this 30-second delay. So as I'm talking to you right now and I'm kind of stopping my instruction on the card, please chime in. Let me know if you're still here. It shows that the broadcast is still frozen on my end, but it might not be. It's hard for me to see what you guys are seeing. So let me know. I'm going to keep on going. I'm not sure what's going on here. It looks like everything's good on my end except for getting to you. So please let me know if I'm here. Stream settings, chat disconnected. We will try to connect you. Recover broadcast. This is not good. Not the day that I want to have this happening when I'm going to do 2 lives in a row. Okay, frozen. I can see you. Frozen now, frozen. Oh, the chat connected again. Can we do it in between videos? I have another video right after this. I'll try to finish this one up sooner so that you have time to... I'm talking with my husband.
It's back on.
Okay. He says it's back on, but we're going to do like a reboot of our internet after this video. We'll just go really fast, okay? So we're going to add this piece. I'm so glad he's home because I seriously would not know what to do. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge. So what I've done is I've cut these pieces to 3 inches in this direction, and they're a 1/2 inch high. The next step is to add some dimensionals to the back side. I'm just going to add 3. These little hexagon sticky things that lift up our elements off of our cards, our projects. This is crazy. I wonder what the replay is going to look like. I hope that it's smoother than what you guys are seeing right now. Then you can kind of adjust where you want your sentiment to be. It can really go anywhere on here, right? I think I'm going to place it kind of upper middle. And when you stick it down, it will grab onto that cellophane bag because the cellophane bags like adhesive. So be really accurate. And that is that finished card. That's one version. Remember, I shared with you this version already, right? That's using just a different paper. I've also got this version. So that's using the paper with the white. I'm back, but my voice doesn't match. That's funny. I actually get really distracted by videos like that. I kind of get annoyed by them. So I'm sorry. Thank you so much for letting me know what's happening on this. We are going to reboot our internet. The last things that I want to share with you in this video, because I guess we're going to hurry through this one, is the other make and takes that we did for our team event. So at this event in Raleigh, North Carolina, we rented a room, and my upline, Susan Cantfield, and I hosted a team event for our people that came. And it was so fun because we did it before the event began. And that way, people that we were meeting for the first time or people that were meeting each other for the first time, it was like a meet and greet kind of thing, right? So it was ideal. And then we stamped, of course, and we swapped cards. So here is the second make and take. This one was designed by my upline, Susan Campfield. And so she'll probably have details for this on her blog soon. I don't have a link for you yet. But it's another type of Z-fold. It's like a double Z-fold. And she turned it into like a little fence type card and just kind of made these little vines look like they were behind a fence and turned it into like a little thanks card. She used these sequins so that we were kind of like focusing in on that. The other element that is part of this suite, there's actually 2 pieces that are part of this suite, but I didn't show you them. This is the faux velvet type ribbon, faux velvet ribbon in Fresh Freesia. It's an 1/8 inch and it is super soft, so nice. Fresh Freesia is the color, and then the other one is like these yellow and white and Fresh Freesia type of embellishments, and I don't have any more of them. They're gone. So that's one make and take. This was another make and take, and then we did a third one because we wanted our team to be able to find each other when they were out and about, when we were, holding a couple seats for each other, that sort of thing. So we made these little, what would you call them? Wands, right? They were wands. And I'm just going to unravel this. This was my wand, and I used ribbon that I had before we went out there. So I put in some of that Fresh Freesia ribbon. So we took these half dowel type sticks that I found on Amazon, and some of these little battery pack type of lights. And you can see we just used rubber bands to hold it, tape to hold it, turned it on. It was, not like the most professional looking thing, but it served its purpose, and it was pretty because of all the Stampin' Up! Ribbon. So then we just like waved this around above our heads, and they would be able to find each other. And it worked. It worked so well. It was crazy. Like, I think I'm going to do this every year. Provide my team with wands, even if we don't make them in the event. So that was that. And then I had gifts that I gave to my team members. We have directs, so people that get the starter kit through us, right? So Susan gave her directs some things. I gave my directs and extended team members because there were only a few more extended team members that were there. Oops. And so I decided to just hand these out to anybody who was in my team. And so I bought these from Ashley and James Carlson from the Country Hive. And I gifted this to everyone on my team. And then everyone there got a gift from each of us too. And so the gift that I gave to everybody at the event was the Clear Victor ruler. And in the little hole here at the top, I just put these pins. And I couldn't mention it at the event because it's not about selling our product at the event. But I did have to like buy a bunch of these because that kept it cost effective for me. So I have little paper scissors, little snips or whatever. I have markers. These are all Stampin' Up! Approved, by the way. And then I have the kits. So kits pin, markers pin, and scissors pin, and I just gave a different one to each person. They could swap if they wanted to. So that was my gift to every team member that attended, even sister demonstrators, all of that, brother demonstrators, that sort of thing. Okay, and then because I had so many of these, I do have them on my blog now. So if you're interested, you can go to stampyourartout.com. You can click on shop, go to logo items, and you can purchase these either individually, a set of 3, or a set of 15, 5 of each. Just wanted to let you know about those in case you're interested. You could get those for friends or for team members or whatever. The last thing that I want to show you, and then we'll do prizes. I'm trying to go fast. Can you tell? We have to do like some internet repair before my next live in 20 minutes. Then I had swap cards because when you go to these events, you want to bring cards to swap with people or even scrapbook pages or 3D items or whatever. So I made some shakers, some more faker shakers, as you can see. And I used a different designer paper. I want to call it like botanical something or other. Botanical layers? I don't remember. It's in the description of the video, I hope. I used the bow punch to punch out some leaves. This is Granny Apple Green. The measurements are the same that I'd shared with you on the last card that we just did together. So this layer is exactly the same size as the layer that I had on the other card. Same thing with the green layer versus the garden green layer on the other card. This strip is 3/4 of an inch tall. I have some of that iridescent striped trim back there. And then I also have embossed lettering on the front here. So it's just the Basics Wow embossing powder, Versamark ink, the heat tool, and you can do your white sentiments on dark paper. This one is unfinished, so the inside is not done. This is the other card, and I actually had more of the green ones than I did of the black. So you can see I stamped ideally, well not ideally, I stamped first in the black. So I stamped it off to get a grayish look, and then I stamped onto my paper. But I thought it was more striking with the green leaves, so I kept going and did most of mine with the green leaves. This is Lemon Lime Twist Color ink and cardstock. Again, same measurements, but I just tilted it on my paper to fit these leaves in there. And stamped with the same ink I just used on the last card. More of that striped iridescent trim. And on the inside, I did kind of a stamping off to get that lighter color. Actually, those are stamped on. I stamped off here and then put the thank you on the inside. So that was my different kinds of swaps that I brought. I think we're ready for prizes. So let me pull out what the prizes, actually I'm going to pull on my computer here. I'm going to tell you what the prize winners had from 2 weeks ago on my mixed media florals cards that we did. We had a tutorial of your choice. I still haven't heard from Sylvia Howard. She was a winner during that live. And then an after live winner was Ruth Vickers, who gained 5 Stampin' Spots and 2 of these little tiny embellishment kit type baggies from a past kit. So Ruth Vickers and Sylvia Howard, make sure that you reach out to me. For the prize today, oh wait, let's say who the winner is from last week's After Live. Let's do that first, and then I will call out the prize today. So let's move over to my computer, and everybody do a drum roll. Botanical Textures. Thank you so much, Trisha. Here it is. Yay! Debbie Lovejoy is the winner for a tutorial of your choice. She commented in the After Live on YouTube from the Mixed Media Florals twist open type card that we did. And so she is the winner for that. And now I'm going to move to my desktop and show you the prize that winners will get for being picked today. And Trisha's going to call out some winners real shortly here. I have make and take packets left over from that event. Of course, you get the leaves die cut too. So all you have to do is just add your stamps and your adhesive and all of that. And each winner will get not only the packet for the make and take, but a sheet of mini dimensionals and a container of the Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. So I think Trisha is picking those names, and we're going to go ahead and call out the winners. So I am going to come back here, and haven't seen them yet. It's a timing thing, you guys, because there's like, again, a 30-second delay in either direction. It's really weird. But she will call them out soon. While she is picking the winners for today's live, thank you so much for commenting, everybody. Some news, the new annual catalog, which is why we do the event, the OnStage convention at this time. The new annual catalog is going to go live on May 6th. We have until May 5th to order from the current annual and the current mini catalog, and then these products will take over. We'll have a last chance list coming out soon. It will be on April 1st. So if you are wondering what's leaving, they're going to announce that on April 1st, and you will be able to see that if you're subscribed to my blog, my newsletters, that sort of thing. I will share that there. Make sure that you are subscribed so you get all the latest news. So that's happening. In colors. There are new in colors. My video on Tuesday shared those new in colors that are in this catalog. You'll want to make a wish list, of course, but you'll also want to keep in mind that those outgoing in colors are leaving. Pebbled Path, Copper Clay, Moody Mauve, Boho Blue, and Wild Wheat are leaving. So if you have a favorite, or maybe they're all your favorites, make sure that you get the re-inkers, make sure you stock up on cardstock. Any products that contain those colors typically retire too, although we did catch one that is in this catalog. So that's interesting. I don't remember what it was. I just know that somebody pointed it out. And so make sure that you're stocked up on all of that, because that tends to sell out quickly before the last chance list even comes out. What else do I want to tell you? Upcoming lives. I have the, I see the winners being called. There they are. Yay! We have a huge delay. That's crazy. It must have been because of all the quirks and twitches that were going on with our internet. So Mary Sykes and Diane Dayton are the two winners that we have for the live commenters. Congratulations to both of you. Very exciting. Make sure that you email me. My email is stampyourartout@comcast.net. The lives that are coming up next will be Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central Time. I do them every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central Time, unless I'm on a vacation. That's why you didn't see me last week. But 11 a.m. at Central Time on Wednesdays, and then I will be doing an extra live, but that one will be private for my supporting YouTube members next week on Friday at 10 a.m. So those are my two lives coming up next. YouTube membership, by the way, if you're interested, go to the description of my video, especially if you're an Apple user. The description of my video has the actual link in it for becoming a member. If you go to my actual channel and try to find the join link on a portable Apple device, I believe they still haven't gotten that function up and running, but you can go on your laptop and you'll see the join button there. It's fun to be a member, isn't it, you guys? I see a lot of my members here. They have the rhinestones next to their names. They have the emojis that they get to use. And so lots of special fun emojis. It's great. And then, of course, the supporting members get the extra live. There's also little perks, like after one live, I sent cards to anybody who sent me their address. Yeah, so we do little extra things here and there, even though they're not stated. You guys, I had a blast. I hope that you did too. I can't think of anything else that I need to share in this video. I have about 15 minutes. We're going to try to do something to our internet to reboot it. And we'll be live again 15 minutes from now. Just look for the other link, go to my channel, and you should see it at the top of my channel. It should be ready to go. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you, Trisha, for moderating. I appreciate you all. And if you're not sick of me, come back in 15 minutes. Thanks, everyone. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.